I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing, you've got nothing, I'll keep hustling.
Yo guys, welcome to another Crypto EMC trading stream brought to you by Prime. Okay, so let's quickly have a look. This is still the last day, so make sure that you log into your existing Prime account. They're giving away 7 million, so it's the last day that you can still go and get that money. All you need to do is, if you already had a Prime account, just open it and they will give you your share of the 7 million giveaway. Okay, let's quickly have a look at the trade that we were putting out yesterday. So yesterday's long failed. So I'm just going to take away the audio, and but let's just have a quick recap. So we were looking at BTC on the 4-hour time frame, and I explained to you guys that I still see that they potentially will be upside if we do not fall below 68. But I'm a trader, so in the Discord, we went short. So we tried to bet the other side. So we've got a nice swing short, and we had a very nice tight scalp short that played out nicely. So everybody in the Discord should be celebrating some really good gains. So where we are now, there's the potential for trying to go higher, lower, and those setups, you know, we kind of want to trade with the momentum. So going short in this direction on this time frame, the 15-minute time frame, does seem to make sense because the trend has changed. Big picture wise, we're going to be looking at this today a little bit earlier on the mainstream. So make sure our sell zone hit nicely. Shared on YouTube with you guys, and the buy zone is reacting nicely. I shared that on YouTube with you guys as well. But now let's get to the trade and the trade idea for today. So before we do that, just real quick, we also went short on ETH. We nailed all the TPs, and we went short on Solana, and it is doing well. So all the shorts are paying at the moment. So let's have a look at our setup from yesterday, because yesterday's setup was a long. So the idea was that I explained to you guys, and this is the screen that I will be using because it's very simple. It's to help get you guys trading and trading successfully. So we're waiting for momentum to enter the market, and then we want to capitalize and ride with the wave. So we're not trying to pick the wave. We're not trying to determine the top or the bottom. We just want to see momentum. So the way the setup simply works, you've got a 50 EMA and you've got a 7 EMA, and you're using the Heiken aishe candles. So as soon as you get a flat body candle that closes with the 7 above the 50, the MACD, the blue above the orange, and the stochastic, the blue above the orange, that's your trigger to enter. So you enter on the next candle, and the trigger candle is where your stop is. And yesterday's trade obviously failed. So you can see that we went up, and then it turned around. So it took us out, but this is the beauty about education, and that's why I don't want to just give you fish. I don't just want to give you buy and sell. You could use the same setup, and you could have traded this thing to the bearish side of things. So it failed, and sometimes good buy zones, when they fail, turn into amazing sell zones because support is lost. Theoretically, you were buying on support for the momentum to continue. And if it fails, that then acts as a big catalyst for a big move to the downside. So what we had here is exactly the same thing. So you had the candle, the 7, crossing the 50. So now you know momentum is downside, okay? The MACD oscillator was blue below orange, so it's a bearish, and you've had the same then on that same candle on the stochastic, blue below. So if I mark this out as this is the candle where all the conditions are met, 7 below, blue below, and blue below, because now we're going short. That's your entry. So your entry would have been there on the next candle open. You would have gone short there, boom, stop above the previous body. Why? Because if you're wrong, you just want to give a little bit of juice. And then what you're doing is you're trying to ride with momentum. So you're waiting for the first candle that opens and closes above the 7. Okay. Once it does, that's you getting out. So that was a nice 2.45 risk to reward ratio trade. Okay. So in doing so, I gave you that one that failed. But if you use the system and you stuck to it, you would have made a nice profit yesterday trading. Remember, this is the Trade for a Living podcast. Okay, so here we are now. The coin for today, though, is because we have a scenario where if I switch over to a normal indicator set, just to give you an idea, you can see that this is a mess. The moving averages is everywhere on the short term, and if we look at this on the long term, everywhere. This is no longer a coin that I want to be trading because the momentum is confused. Trend, momentum, support, it's all over the show. So you're going to get chopped up, stopped out, get destroyed. So let's look for something that looks a little bit better. And the one that I found is near. So I'm going to bring up near for you guys. So we're going to hit this back on the Heiken system, and I want to show you guys this. So near, we were looking at this about a week ago, and it gave us this move. So near is now gone and consolidated, and it's about to potentially get ready. So get your trading accounts open and get ready for this one. So what are we doing now? Red is about to go above the yellow, so your 7. So your momentum is about to shift. Well, that was the hope. This candle doesn't probably look that good. But once this happens, and if this happens, what you will have to wait for is orange above, blue above orange, and blue above orange on the MACD. Now, the thing about going live is, as I was preparing, this one looked really juicy. And the fact that this is not doing what I wanted to do, this is potentially why we were waiting for momentum. So if you jump the gun, if you act before the candle closes, it's important that you have the candle closed there. You might get yourself trapped in a trade and you don't know where to get out. So always wait for the candle to close. That's everything that I wanted to share with you guys. So if you want to know a little bit more, you want to trade a little bit more, head over to the Discord, guys. Today's stream is brought to you by Prime. As always, you can open your own Prime account, and I still have, for a limited time, a 20% deposit bonus. So whatever you deposit as your first transaction, you'll have an additional 20% added to that, compliments of Prime, okay? And then in addition to that, if you deposit more than, let's go here to Discord, navigation tab, free trial. Links to everything's in the video description. If you deposit more than $2,000, you actually get access to everything on the Discord side in my private group where we trade together everyday life. Okay, so you can participate in the additional setups as well. Just forewarning, this is not a signal service. This is a trade community. I trade, what I trade, I share. So yeah, that's the way that works. Okay, that's everything that I wanted to share with you guys today. Thanks so much for taking the time. Remember to get the like, get the subscribe if you find this content helpful. Make sure to join in for the big stream today, because there's a lot that needs to be unpacked out of this. So we need to define, is this buy good? Is this buy bad? What are we going to do now? And then the last thing is, when we look at our altcoins, what's the story there? Are we ready to start laddering in? I still have a lot of dry powder, and I have not used it yet. Is this the time to do so? Okay, guys, have a lovely day. Cheers, and keep hustling.
I'll keep hustling.
Subscribe now.